Right, some latest news coming in where the Sports Ministry has requested FIFA and the Asian Football Confederation to let Indian club sides play the AFC tournaments. Now, remember, after that ban that had come from the top football federation due to undue influence from third parties, there are different kinds of bans and problems that various football teams are facing right now. And that is the reason that there is a request that has gone from the Sports Ministry that has requested FIFA and the Asian Football Confederation to let Indian club sides play in the AFC tournaments. There are multiple clubs which are not being allowed to play in the AFC tournament. Let me cut across to my colleague Anand Narasimhan, who is joining us live on the broadcast. We'll try and cut across to Anand and get more details on the story. But there have been various examples, like a club in Kerala which wanted to be a part of the AFC Women's Club Championship. It was not allowed, citing the FIFA ban. There has been much controversy here in India as far as that ban is concerned. Anand Narasimhan is joining us on the broadcast. Anand, tell us about this request that the Sports Ministry has put forward.
Well, this is under the athletes first principle. And more importantly, this has been done because the teams are already in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And they had two scheduled matches, one on the 23rd, the other one on the 26th as part of the competition. And the athletes and these players are already, one of the clubs is already present there. The other team is supposed to play in the AFC Cup in Bahrain. And that's why they have said that they should be allowed to participate because they have qualified and they deserve to get a chance. But more importantly, the priority is the team that has now reached Uzbekistan,
yes,
and who's already there. The embassy has been asked to give them all assistance, as much of assistance as they can. But the AFC women's team from Kerala is the one which is already present there.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault because they were already there in that area to play the matches before the FIFA suspension of the AIFF happened. And that is why this letter has been written, saying that till the time matters are sorted, at least athletes who are already there and which no fault of theirs, and clubs which are already participating, they should be allowed. So we'll have to now see how FIFA responds, how the AFC responds, and whether or not they will be allowed to play. So immediate priority is the club team of the women's team, which is now in Uzbekistan, who are already there, and they have two matches scheduled on 23rd and 27th. And what they're going to do, because if the AFC is not hosting them, or if there is a resistance, then this team will have to find its way back, and it will have to be facilitated by the Indian embassy there.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why the FIFA and AIF, this request has been made. The email has been sent both to FIFA and the AFC, and they said that this team, Sri Gokulam Kerala FC, is already in Uzbekistan, so allow them a chance to play. Meanwhile, they've also said, please consider that the AFC Women's Club Championship West region, which is going to be played, and the ATK Mohun Bagan team is slated to play the AFC Cup 2022 interzone semi-finals. That's on the September 7th in Bahrain. They should also be allowed to participate, and they should allow. And they have said that Indian club sides should play the AFC tournaments because you must put athletes first. Because this matter, they're confident, should be resolved eventually.
Anand, is there a past precedent? I mean, is there any certainty or any kind of indication that we can have from the past examples as to how FIFA is likely to react? Because you're talking about the players first policy.
Yes, it is. There have been instances where some leeway has been given, although immediately it doesn't come to mind. But there are nations and club teams which have been allowed. Here it is women's football. Once again, the football team has been doing very well, and it's not the fault of the club teams. It's not the fault of the players. Now, FIFA has in the past allowed clubs to play, even nations to play, even at the times that things have been in a quagmire as far as the federations are concerned. It's not with respect to India only, but with other nations too. This has been allowed on certain case-to-case basis and considerations. In other times, it has been rejected outright, saying that we will not allow. So now we have to see if there is a huge amount of influence, or of course India's intervention at the highest level within the government bears fruit, and these players do get a chance to play.
Thank you, Anand, for getting us all that perspective.